This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So today we'll see a new feature, invokable methods. So what is this invokable method? What is the use? How can we prepare these invokable methods in Apex programming? It's the most important feature as part of real-time implementation and as part of interface interface as well. In most of the cases, we are using this feature invokable methods. Now, for example, assume that I have prepared a small class, a normal class. I have prepared a small class, public class, some common data. In this class, I have prepared a public static void, do operations. Here I'm writing something. Write the business logic. So this is a method which I have prepared. Okay, inside my class. Public static void do operations. It will do some operations inside my application. So in this case, I have prepared a class, and in that class, I have prepared a method. In this method, we have written some business logic, which will be performing some certain operations, which will perform some certain operations. So as of now, what we did, we have prepared these classes, and then we have invoked these classes from execute anonymous method. We are able to invoke these methods from execute anonymous method. How to invoke these methods from the execute anonymous window, you know as of now. But my requirement is, I have a process builder. I have a process. I have a process which I have created through process builder. I have a process builder. So I have a process builder. Now, through this process builder, I would like to invoke this. I would like to invoke this method through this process. I want to invoke this method through processing. How can we invoke this method through processing? Okay, how can we invoke this method through process builder? So I want to invoke this method through processing. Why? Because is okay. Why? Because is as part of this process builder, we have an action type. Okay, we have an action type is available. What is that action type inside my process builder? Inside my process builder, I have a action called as trigger in Apex class. Trigger Apex code. trigger apex code. There is an action is available. Okay, there is an action is available with the name trigger an apex code. By using this action, I would like to invoke this apex class method. That means whatever the apex code that have prepared this apex class method, I would like to invoke through process builder. Now, so in this case, how can we invoke a method from the process builder? Now let's see practical. So whenever if you want to invoke a method from the process builder, then whatever the method you would like to invoke, that method should be get defined with the help of an annotation called as @invocable annotation. @invocable. So now what do you mean by this @invocable annotation? @invocable annotation is going to be giving the provision to you, it is giving the permission to you that this method can be invocable from process builder also. Through process builder also this method can be invocable. So in this case, whatever the method you would like to invoke from the process builder, we have to define that method with the help of an annotation called as @invocable. Okay, by using @invocable annotation, we can able to define that method, and that method can be invocable from a process builder also. That possibilities available. So in this case, what are the various properties are available as part of this @invocable annotation? We will see. Suppose, for example, if this method contains any parameters, how to pass the parameters from process builder upon invoking, we'll see practically. If the method is a normal method, directly it will invoke. Suppose if the method contains any parameters, then how to pass the parameter values from the process builder, we'll see practically also today. Okay. For that reason, we are using a feature called as invocable methods. Now,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
Sir, from the process builder, you're saying we can call the method. So what if I have 3 different methods? Is it possible to call just only one method which I need?
Yes. Whatever the method has been defined with the help of @invocable, okay, that method we can able to invoke from process builder.
So there is no relation to the class. It's just a specific method.
Yes. How to call that method, how to reference that method, I will tell you practically.
Okay, thank you.
I will explain that information. So by using this feature, we can define the apex class and methods and can be invocable from the process and can be invocable from the process. That is, by using process builder, we can invoke the apex class methods. Apex class methods by using an action apex. By using this action apex, because as part of process builder, you are having some action types are available. You have to select that action called as apex. That possibilities are available. So in this case, whenever if you want to invoke a method from the process builder, we have to define that method with the help of an annotation called as @invocable. Okay, @invocable method. We have to use an annotation called as @invocable method. Then how can we invoke that methods from the process builder? We'll see. Now, while invoking the methods from the process builder, we can supply the parameters. We can supply the parameters also to the method. Okay, so the methods we can able to supply the parameters also. That possibility is available over here. Okay, that possibility is also available. So that whenever we are going to be invoking that methods through process builder, so now we can supply that parameter values also. No. So now here in this case, how can we invoke that methods from the process builder? Now let's see practically. Then what are the various steps that we need to follow? Now let's see practically in this case. So whenever we are going to be creating that process builder to invoke some methods, first of all, we have to create an Apex class. In that Apex class, we have to define that method. Now let's see. How can we define what are the various steps we need to follow? Well, creating invocable methods, we have to follow the below steps. As a step one, create an Apex class with the required methods. That is methods. And the syntax. We can specify. We can specify public or global. We can define that class, okay, with the access specified public or global. Class, class. You can write the is the first step. As a step two, define okay the method which you would like to invoke from the process builder. Define the required method to be get invocable from the process builder. Process builder. In this case, we'll have to follow some rules. What are the rules? Now let me explain. When coming to this invocable method, upon defining that method, the method should be always defined with the static and void. It doesn't returns any value. It doesn't return any value to the calling environment. It should be always static. It should be always static method. First of all, we need to define the method with an annotation at the rate invocable method. At the rate invocable method. So whatever the method we would like to invoke from the process builder, that method we have to define with the help of an annotation called as at the rate invocable method. Now, so now here in this case, as part of this annotation, we have two parameters. First one, label parameter. Label parameter is used to specify the reference name for the method. To specify the reference name for the method. Second parameter, description. Description is used to specify the description. Description of the method. In order to specify the description of the method, we are going to using this description parameter. Now, so now we have to define that method with the help of an annotation called as @invokable method annotation. And then in that one, you will be having two parameters, label parameter and the description parameter. We can specify the label and the description. Second, invokable method should be always defined with static keyword. Invokable method should be always defined with static keyword. Next, third, a class can have only one @invokable method annotated. Only one @invokable method annotated. That means we can't define multiple methods. Okay, we can't define multiple methods with the same annotation inside a single class. So that only one method should be there inside this particular, okay, class, which is having that annotation @invokable. So these are the rules we need to follow. We are going to be creating this invokable methods. So now here in this case, now let's see how can we define this one. What is the syntax? I'm preparing this class. Inside this class, we can able to specify that @invokable method. Here we can specify the label. Okay, first we can specify the label. Just to give a space, reference name, space, description. Equals to description. And we can define that method. Public, static, void, method name. If you want, you can able to pass the parameters. We can able to pass the parameters. We can pass the parameters also. So this is the way. First of all, we have to define an apex class. In that apex class, we can define a method which should be defined with the help of a annotation called as @invokable method annotation. In that one, we can specify the label. In that one, you will be having the label parameter and the now. So now here. So as a step 2, we need to create this @invokable method. Once it is done, as a step 3, create a process by using process builder to invoke this method. To invoke the method. Okay, to invoke the method. Then upon preparing this process builder, 3.1, now pass the required input values for the parameters. Okay, pass the required input values for the parameters. So that here we need to create a process, and then in that process we can able to invoke that method And then if the method is having any parameters, we can pass those parameters also. Okay, we can pass those parameters also to that invokable method so that it will be collecting the parameters based on that it is going to be invoking those methods also. That possibility is there. Now, so let's take a small use case. For example, assume that, let me go to my Salesforce instance. Let me explain the use so that we can understand more. So let's see the practical part. So that we'll explain the requirement. For example, assume that I'm creating a hiring manager inside my object. So as soon as whenever I'm creating this hiring manager record inside my object, then I would like to fire a process. The fire a process. When upon creating this hiring manager record, if the hiring manager's location value is equals to Delhi, okay. If the hiring manager's location value is equals to Delhi, then it has to create a related position record. Okay, it has to create a related position record, and then along with that, I want to create a related candidate record like this. That means what? As soon as whenever I'm creating a hiring manager record whose location is equals to Delhi, then I want to collect that hiring manager record. Based on that hiring manager, I would like to create one related position record. For that position, I want to create one candidate record also. Then how can we do that? Now let's see practically. So let's take a small use case. Create a process to invoke the fixed class to create a process on the hiring manager object, which will invoke a method to create a related position record for the hiring manager and a related candidate for the position. Which will invoke an apex method. Now, so I will create a process on the hiring manager object, which will invoke an apex method to create a related position record for the hiring manager and then related candidate record for the position. Then how can we do this? Now let's see practically. So let me go to the developer console. Let me create this apex class right now first. And then I will show you how to create the process. I'm creating an Apex class. Common utility. Okay. Common utility. This is Apex class which I'm preparing right now. So let me prepare a method which is of type @invokable method annotated. I'm preparing a method public static void create related records. So now here in this case, I would like to make this method to be invocable from the process builder. So that I'm defining an annotation called as @invocable. Okay, @invocable method. This is the annotation. I'm passing that parameter as a label. Why I'm using this label is whenever if you want to access this method from the process builder, don't use this method name, use this reference name. I'm indicating that label as related position and candidate. I'm indicating the description. This another will create a related position and candidate. Okay. So now here I'm going to be preparing this method. So this will be required expecting the HR record. Because if you want to create a related position record, I need the HR details right first. Yes, based on the HR details solely, I would like to collect the respective position records. So I'm passing list of hiring manager, LST, HRs. So I'm creating this method which will be having some parameters of type list of hiring manager underscore. What is my class name? Hiring manager object name basically. Hiring manager.
Because that level and description is that is the default by default, that is with the invocable method.
You have to give the label and the description manually.
I mean that is default, right?
Okay.
That is default structure, right?
Yeah, these are the default properties.
Okay.
Okay, label property, the description properties are available in the annotation automatically. Now, so now I would like to verify that. Whatever the hiring manager record that you have created, I would like to collect that hiring manager record. Based on that hiring manager information, I want to create the related position. It is, for example, related position. No need to create the related candidate. Like for example, I would like to create the related position. Yeah. I'm going to be verifying this. If the collection is not empty, LST HRs is not empty. If the collection is not empty, then I would like to iterate this collection. I would like to take each and every hiring manager record. Hiring manager HR from LST HRs. I'm going to be collecting each and every hiring manager record from the collection. Now, I would like to verify if the HR records location value is equals to Delhi, then I want to create the related position. I'm verifying if HR dot location value is equals to something. I want to create a related position record. Write the code to create a related position. I'm creating a position. Position underscore C POS equals to new position. I'm creating the object of this position class. Now, so once the position class object has been prepared, then pass a values. Position dot name. I'm indicating like as mainframe developer. Okay, mainframe. Position location. I'm dot passing that HR position dot location dot email ID. I'm passing HR records email ID. Position dot HR contact number. I'm indicating HR's contact number automatically we need to supply. Position records dot position location. The position status. I'm indicating it as a new position. Position dot number of positions. How many vacancies are available? I'm indicating two. Position dot open. I'm indicating system dot position dot milestone. I'm indicating system dot add days of some 45. I'm giving 45 days time to the HR people in order to recruit the candidates for this particular position. And position dot minimum pay. I'm indicating some 15 lakhs. Position dot maximum budget. I'm indicating some 18 lakhs. I'm indicating that position dot travel required. I'm indicating true there is an on-site opportunity. Position dot passport required. I'm indicating true. Position dot position description. I'm indicating 6+ years of experience. Mainframe development. Position dot skills required. I'm indicating required 6+ years of experience in COBOL, CSES, and then I would like to specify the information over here. And then Endeavor. These are the various details which are specified. So I have supplied the position record name, location, HR ID, contact number, position status, number of vacancies, open date, milestone date, compensation details, and the travel details and position description. So information specific. So now here I'm indicating this whole information. Then I'm inserting this card. Insert. I'm inserting this position card. So this is the details here. So now here in this case, what I want to do is, as soon as whenever I'm creating the HR card, immediately I would like to collect that HR information. HR record information I'm passing to this method process builder. Then the process builder is collecting the HR record that is passing to this method by working this method right now, and then it will be creating the related position record for that HR. Now, so now let's see in this case. So then how can we create this? Now, as a step one, we are prepared this class. As a step two, okay, we are ready with this particular required, the invocable method also. Now, as a step three, we need to create a process by using this process builder. How to create the process by using process builder? Now let's see. To invoke this method. Upon invoking this method, we have to use this label. Don't use this method name. Don't use this method name. Use this label in order to invoke the method. Now, let's see how to create the process. Go to the process builder inside your Salesforce instance. Go to the process builder inside your process builder. Click on create workflows and approvals. Click on process builder. Click on process builder. Click on
Excuse me,
process
sir, are you
builder.
on different screen?
Yes, yes.
No, I'm the same. I'm on the
Sir,
same screen.
no, sir,
Okay.
live in the screen. Excuse me, sir.
This conference will now be recorded.
No. So now I'm creating a new process. Am I hiring manager? So click on new button in order to create a new process. So as soon as once you click on this new button to create a new process, it will open a user interface in order to provide the name of the process, API name, and the description. And then we need to select when the process has to be get started. So we have to provide the details of this new. So for example, I'm giving this new process. Now I'm indicating create related position record for hiring manager. I'm giving description also the same. So whatever the name that I have given for the process, with the same name it is going to prepare in the API name, and along with that it is giving the description also. I have given the description also same. Select that process when the process has to be get started. I want to initiate the process whenever the record changes. That whenever I'm creating a record, it means whenever I'm updating the record, I would like to find this process so that here I'm process to be get starts when a record changes. Getting that the process. Now click on save button. Now it will be creating a new process over. Now it will be a new process over. So the process is ready. So once it is providing the process explorer screen to you. Once the process is ready, it is preparing the process explorer screen to you. In process explorer screen, we have to specify the object name and what object we would like to create the process, and we have to specify the conditions also, what conditions needs to be get verified. And then we have to choose what type of actions you would like to perform and when that action has to be get filed. Whether that action has to be get filed immediately or is it a scheduled action. That means nothing but based on some specific time period. When you would like to file this action, we can specify that. So I'm adding this object right now. Select the object here. And what object you want to create that process? I want to create the process on that hiring manager object. Hiring manager object. When you would like to initiate the process, only when a record is created. Whenever a new record is created inside my object, immediately I would like to invoke this process. Click on save. Now, so now here I have given that object name and what object I would like to create the process. Next, specify the conditions. What conditions you would like to verify in order to invoke that method. Click on this add condition. As soon as once you click on this add condition, we'll be providing one user interface to you. In that user interface, we have to give the details. So I'm indicating that. Check for the location. Check for the location. I would like to verify what is that location of this hiring manager. I want to indicate that if that hiring manager's location value is equals to Delhi, then only I want to create one related position. So I'm selecting this option. Select that field here in order to map that condition. In the hiring manager object, I would like to select that field name that is called as location. Okay, location. Click on choose button. If this location value is equals to Delhi, okay, this location value is equals to Delhi. So whatever the hiring manager location field value is available, if this location value is equals to Delhi, then what I want to do, I would like to find my action. Click on save. Now here I would like to save these conditions over here. Whatever the conditions are specified, I would like to save these conditions. Now, so once the conditions have been getting saved, then we would like to initiate the action. What action you would like to perform? So now I would like to fire in immediate action over here. So what is that action type? We can able to click on action. So what is the action type I want to invoke in Apex class? Previously, during that process builder concept, you know some of the methods, some of the actions. Now I want to invoke this Apex class. Type over here. Action type is Apex. I would like to invoke an Apex class. Whenever we are going to be invoking this Apex class, specify the name. Getting that action name, we can now the Apex class. I'm giving, you can give any name over now. Select that Apex class name. So how can we select this Apex class name? Whatever the method name is available, that method label. Okay, whatever the method we have prepared, invocable method. In that method, whatever the label that we have given, okay, now we have to use that label in order to access that method. So whatever the invocable method we have prepared, in that invocable method, whatever the label property that we have given. So now that label property we have to use in order to access that method. To reference that method, we have to use label property. Don't use that method name, use this label property. So in this label, whatever the name that you are given, this name we would like to use in order to access that method. Now, so now here let's see. Just to type few characters over there. Okay, just to type. So we no need to type these complete characters inside this, okay, the text box. Just to type few characters. Based on that characters, it will be fetching that information also automatically. Okay, so now just a few type few characters over here. I'm indicating related. Now it is indicating that the method name over here. It is indicating the method name, related position and candidate. This is the method name, okay, for which I have given this label over here. Select this label. Now in this case, it is indicating that, so this is the method which I would like to indicate. But this method is having some parameters are available. I want to pass the parameters. So it is indicating a property called as set apex variables. That means whatever the apex method which you would like to indicate, for that apex method, there are some parameters are available. So now please pass the values for these parameters. So click add row button. Okay, click on to add row button in order to, okay, add the parameters, nothing but specify the parameter as that values also over here. Now then we can able to pass. So now let's see in this case here how can we indicate this one, how can we add these parameters over here. Now in order to specify the value for the parameter, just we can able to specify, okay, click on this add row button. So click on this add row button and then select that parameter name. That means whatever the parameter you have given inside your the invocable method, that parameter name will be getting visible to you over here, and then you can able to specify the value. So now here I'm indicating, click on add row, click on add row link in order to add a parameter and then to specify the values. So now specify the parameter name. So now whenever we are going in this specifying this text box, indicating the parameter name over here. It is indicating the parameter name, okay, LST HRs. So as soon as once you press this particular, the cursor inside this particular text box, it is indicating the parameter name that is called as LST HRs. For this one, I would like to pass the parameter. What you want to pass? I want to pass the record. So that glow field reference. So what is that information you would like to pass? I would like to pass this HR record over here. So select the hiring manager record that started your process, or select a record related to the HR manager. What is that record you need to pass? You need to pass that hiring manager record. So select hiring manager record. I need to pass that hiring manager record. So based on that hiring manager record, it is going to be creating the related position record over here. Click on choose. Click on choose button, then automatically it is going to be setting this parameter value over there.
Firoj, can I repeat this again?
Yeah.
This one.
Now, so now just you can go to that set apex variables section. In that one, you can specify the parameter name. So for which parameters you would like to supply the value, because upon creating the invocable method, in that one I have given one parameter called as LSTHR parameter. So now for this parameter, I would like to pass that value. What is that value? Whatever the HR record that I have created right now, please pass this HR record to this particular method, so that the method will receive that parameter. It will be creating the related position record for this HR record which you have supplied. So now click on save button. Now here my process will be getting created right now. As soon as once you click on that save button, the process will be getting saved successfully. Once the process has been getting saved successfully, then we can able to activate that process. That's it, over. Now click on activate the process. Click on activate button, then click on confirm button, then process will be in active status here. So from now onwards, okay, whenever I'm going to be creating a new hiring manager record, then immediately it will be creating a related position record also inside this position object. So as soon as whenever you are creating a new hiring manager record, it will create a related position record also inside the position object. Now, so let me test this process right now. Let's go to that hiring manager object here inside my Salesforce instance. Let's go to that hiring manager object. And then try to create a new hiring manager record. I'm creating a new hiring manager record inside my object. So let's go to that your Salesforce instance. Click on that hiring managers tab. Click on the new button in order to create a new hiring manager record inside my object. So I'm creating a new hiring manager record with the name Samakshay Kumar. He is a new HR person over here. I'm indicating the location as some Delhi. And then contact number, I'm giving some value. And the email ID I'm indicating akshay@some gmail.com. Okay, akshay@some gmail.com. I have entered some values. After entering these values, as soon as once I click on that save button, immediately my record will be getting saved, and then immediately my process builder will be getting filed. It will verify that. Okay, verify this hiring manager record. It will check if the hiring manager record's location value is equals to Delhi. Then immediately it will be invoking that method. The method will be creating a related position record based on this hiring manager details. Now, refresh this user interface. So it has created the position record also. Let's go to that position. It will create the position record also. Because they did not supply that relationship field. See, mainframe developer position record has been created successfully. Okay, mainframe developer position record has been created successfully with all the details whatever we have entered. But just one mistake which I did is I did not supply that value for that relationship field. That means I need to pass that HR value here, HR ID field value. This is how we are going to be invoking the methods from the process. So these are called as invokable methods. So that here invokable methods are used to invoke your Apex class methods from process builder. So not only invoking the Apex class methods from your execute anonymous window, we can invoke these methods from the process builder. So this is the concept of invokable methods in Salesforce. Okay. In the next session, we'll see some different concepts. Tomorrow we have the session as usual. There we'll be discussing about the integration concept. Okay, we'll be discussing about the concept of JSON parser, how to prepare the JSON formats, and how to parse the JSON format of content. We'll see in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow we have the session as usual. Use the same meeting link. Okay, tomorrow evening at 7:30.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys.